Welcome, folks, back inside to Caswell Park here in North Mankato, Minnesota, the 2025 ISC World Tournament. We continue with winners round action. Blair Setford, Joe Todd with you on the ISC Network, Softball Premier TV. Joe, the newly named Bear Creek Gremlins out on the field and taking on a new team here in the ISC World Tournament. Team Marquez from Ensenada in Mexico, the Baja California Peninsula. Good to see, always good to see new blood, Joe. And this is going to be a test for both squads. I think Team Marquez, they won the Tijuana qualifier tournament earlier this year, but there's a number of players on the Mexican national team. They got a couple of national team players from Guatemala as well on this team. And of course, you're all familiar with the Bear Creek Gremlins, but I remarked to Joe, I don't think I've ever seen this combination, and you see it there. Defensively, Wah, Anoka, Redamar, Penuelas at third, Evans, Malarzuk at second, Avery's at first, Bestgrove, Mullins behind the plate. For Team Marquez, Cesar Rodriguez, Khalil Luna, Fabian Vizcaíno, Carlos Marquez. The handwriting is a little difficult to interpret. Carlos Marquez, Guadalupe Ayon, Alejandro Garcia, Alan Colmenares, Aaron Patron, and Iran Torres. 9-batter playing center field. Max Montero will be out on the board for Team Marquez, and right away, Joe, the one-way pitch comm device, which is a permitted device under USA softball rules, causes a delay.
Can blame that on ever-ready battery, or?
Well, sometimes you think you're smarter than the average bear, and it just doesn't work.
No.
Sometimes it does. The Gremlins are using permitted technology. Before anybody gets their knickers in a knot about it, it is permitted under USA softball rules, a one-way communication device.
Always willing to give things a new try, but we'll see how it is, and we'll evaluate it.
Cesar Rodriguez at the plate. And this one, I don't know if Mullins was thinking that was the pitch he was going to get. He might be looking down at the device already, because that one, you don't see Nick Mullins whiff on pitches. Bestgrove in for a strike. Joe, the little piece that our good friend Luciano Lafrano put together. Jack Bestgrove at the top of the top 10 pitchers list. And I think he and Marco Diaz certainly have separated themselves from the rest of the pack, but you can maybe make it a pick'em between Jack and Marco, but Jack comes in having won the U.S. men's major a week ago.
They are the cream of the crop right now.
And that one just off the plate. And ball 4 from Bestgrove. So a good at bat by Cesar Rodriguez to not chase off the corner. Bestgrove is out there doing some manicuring, and they're doing their best to keep up with the pounding that the pitchers put on the landing area. And they fill it in, and then they dig it out pretty quick.
Well, if you're going to get a chance of getting some runs against this team, you got to get them early.
Khalil Luna to the plate. Luna, a member of the Argentina national team, that finished 6th, I believe, at the World Cup. Keep an eye on the pivot foot, Joe, as this one is laced out to the gap. One hops the fence in center left. On the fly is Rodriguez, scores standing up, and that puts a charge into the Team Marquez bench. And Khalil Luna put a charge into that one, Joe.
Luna got all that ball. Good quick hands following through on that driving in Rodriguez from first base. Good quick wheels from Rodriguez.
An RBI double for Khalil Luna, the Argentine national squad member, and that'll bring to the plate Fabian Vizcaíno, catcher for the Guatemalan national team. And they put on a respectable show at their qualifier, Joe. They didn't make the World Cup final, but they played very well in that event last year.
That whole qualifier is quite a group to get out of, though, too.
It is. It absolutely is. Strike on the outside corner. I was about to say, Joe, keep an eye on the pivot foot for Jack Bestgrove. And where he was getting called for illegal pitches last week, he was lifting the pivot foot and breaking contact too much with the board. You're allowed a little bit of cleat clearance, right? Like, it's not 100% absolute contact. So there he's fine, but he lifted that just ever so slightly. It's down on strikes. Goes Fabian Vizcaíno. But he's consciously, and you can see the effort, he's consciously trying to keep that in contact with the board. And this came up in the managers' meeting a couple of days ago. What's an illegal pitch? Well, when you don't start from the board.
Make an effort to stay with it.
Carlos Marquez to the plate, and namesake for this team. Some more landscaping by Bestgrove. Ran into Jack yesterday afternoon here at the park as before the Gremlins game, is chasing way upstairs goes Carlos Marquez. Was looking forward to another competitive ISC World Tournament. This is two big events on Jack Bestgrove's calendar this year because he's not making the trip to China next week for Australia. Be a different lineup for the Aussie Steelers that will go to Chengdu, China. It's called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 down, and Guadalupe Aon. I'll just finish the story on Jack. Maybe a disappointment for the Steelers at the World Cup, but this event looking for some atonement will be Jack Bestgrove. Guadalupe Aon, Joe, one of the most exciting young players here in the game. Guatemalan shortstop. This kid swings a good bat. He's a magician in the field, and looking forward to getting another opportunity to watch Guadalupe play. Last year he was with the Glowworm squad and hit one of the biggest home runs of the tournament.
He went into
last
the trees.
year. Oh, he made a ball disappear into the night sky. Waves after the off speed there from Jack Bestgrove.
Great pitch by Besco, even fooled Mullins.
The Gremlins were big 14-1 winners last night over the St. Paul Grey Ducks squad, a local team making their World Tournament debut. They've had some state success, have the Grey Ducks, as this one is looped back. That's going to get out of play on the right side off the roof of the first base dugout.
That was the game that the Storm came through.
It was, and they were able to successfully finish that. There were, let's just call it, a couple of players on base who stepped off the base. 14-1 ball game, and it is the result was never in doubt.
No.
And folks, there is weather coming in, expected in tonight. We're going to play it by ear and just see how things go here tonight. We're scheduled to bring you the Sandlot game with, and help me out, Joe,
Ostrander Norseman.
But if we are getting anything like what we got last night, we will be packing up early. And the reason, folks, that we didn't get on the air until, well, it was actually 4 p.m. by the time we got on the air because the game started late, is we had a major issue here last night with our situational setup and equipment getting spilled onto the floor. And up to third goes Khalil Luna on the bobbled ball by Mullins. So not quite on the same page are Bestgrove and Mullins here, Joe. They're usually much crisper.
But as I mentioned earlier, if you're going to score a run, score him early against Bestgrove. He warms up, and it's awfully hard to even touch that ball later on.
And now time by Guadalupe Aon. And Joe, just to finish that thought, we're going to play it by ear, folks, but if we're getting threatened like we did last night with weather, we'll be packing up early because we've got to get the equipment out of the exposure and under cover.
Yeah, we're not covered here in this situation where we are, and the equipment is very valuable and very costly. And we want to come back and do some games tomorrow.
Lifted up on the infield, hit the bottom of it, not the back of it. Ladislaw Maller-Zook will settle under that. But Khalil Luna puts a charge into one and scores Cesar Rodriguez. Top of the first, Team Marquez jump out to a 1-0 lead. Called strike three, the outside corner. They work out of that. Yeah. High in the air, Viavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway. Joe, let's set the batting order for the Bear Creek Gremlins as they'll come to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Matthew Waugh, then Anoka Cole Evans, Zenon Winters draws in. He's actually the designated player, I think, tonight. Lucio Redemar, Abiardo Penuelas, Ladislaw Maller-Zook, Brian Avery's at first, and Nick Mullins is behind the dish. Defensively, for Team Marquez, Alan Colmenares, Iran Torres, and Cesar Rodriguez left to right across the outfield. Guadalupe Aon is at short. Khalil Luna is at second base, as we talked about. Alejandro Garcia is at third. At first, it's Carlos Marquez. Max Montero, a former Gremlin, is out on the board. And pitching, or rather catching, is Fabian Vizcaino.
Montero has a big task ahead of him, trying to contain the bats of the Gremlins.
Well, Max has got all the pitches. He's got a real good drop. He can make the ball move. He can change speeds. And a bunt attempt from Matthew Waugh just to get the defense moving. Matthew Waugh, Joe, just magical in his final World Cup game for Canada. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs as Canada finished out the placement round with a rout of Australia. Here's a high hopper, Khalil Luna. The toss to Marquez to get Matthew Waugh. And a good start defensively for Team Marquez.
Nice clean bounce taken by Luna. Able to underhand toss over to first base to Marquez for the first out.
Benanoka. The order is changed up a little, Joe, as Jerome Remeke not in the lineup, injured in the USA Men's Major. And that's a bit of a bone of contention, Joe, between the Gremlins and the Chiefs. Benanoka fouls this one off. Last year, it was Anoka who suffered a broken forearm after being hit by a pitch by Marco Diaz. Flash forward to this year's World Cup. Team USA playing New Zealand, and the winner gets the inside track to go to the gold medal game. US seemingly has this one in hand, but New Zealand gets a couple of guys on, and up comes Jerome Remeke and hits a walk-off, or at least, no, it wasn't a walk-off, pardon me, but put them in front.
Right. Gave them the lead, yeah.
Gave them the lead, and let's just say styled his way around the bases. And I think he got plunked in the men's major last week down in Oklahoma City, partly because of that. So some friction, let's call it, between the Gremlins and the Chiefs, and they'll be on a collision course for that winner's bracket final on Friday. 3 hard-fought games in Oklahoma, the Gremlins winning 2 of them, won the winner's bracket final, dropped the first in the championship game, but they still go with the if game at the U.S. Men's National, and the Gremlins came back to win that one. Benanoka.
Called it strike 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They called him on the swing. Benanoka's trying to sell the walk. He got all the way down to the bag, and he's going to get chased back by, I think that's Mike Morrissey down at first, is it not?
That's correct.
Here's the swing, and yeah, Benny, you went well around. My good friend Benanoka, and I hate to tell you, but
You're not that good a salesman.
No. Good effort. Cole Evans, the MVP of the U.S. National Tournament a weekend ago, was named the best defensive player too, Joe, at the World Cup, and to the surprise of absolutely no one. He plays an absolutely superlative shortstop.
Just a great all-around ball player, and, well, we seen him 2015 in Saskatoon.
And he was 16
years old.
Yeah.
That's 11 years ago.
Yeah, he's got just 26 years old. Such a long runway still ahead of Cole Evans. Just a magnificent opportunity to put his stamp on the game. Already the captain of the Black Sox, and getting them back on the podium, Joe, was their goal coming in. narrowly missed out on the goal, the 3-0 loss to Venezuela. Had their chances, just could not get the key hit at the right time against Venezuela and Micah Pimentel. Upstairs, ball 4. Max Montero not happy with himself with a 2-out walk to Cole Evans. And that'll bring us to the veteran, Zenon Winters. Announced in as Xenon. We ran into Zenon the other night and hadn't seen him at all, Joe, this year. No. He was not on the tournament circuit with the Gremlins. He's come in for the ISC World Tournament and takes a called strike. Always adds a little edge to the Gremlins when he's in the lineup. You never know when he's going to...
Got some big hits over the years.
Yeah. Upstairs. I know we talk about this a number of times, but still one of the last couple of guys with ties to the Farm Tavern. Kevin Schellenberg, I believe, is here. Played on the Farm in 07. Same with Zenon Winters and into 09 in that era. That's foul. Zenon's always very deliberate at the plate, Joe. Always looking for that repetitive motion with his swing.
Mm-hmm.
You very rarely will see Zenon overswing. It's controlled at the plate.
Good little rise ball, but out of the strike zone.
Yep, not chasing. Two down in the inning. A nice ground ball defense to get Matthew Waugh. Then Anoka strikeout swinging. Cole Evans, the walk. He's still out at first. Zenon Winters, designated player. Swings over the top of a real good drop from Montero there. Strands Cole Evans at first. Through one complete. Team Marquez hangs on to that 1-0 lead.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
So, Joe, you asked for Team Marquez to get to Jack Besgrove early. They listened. Alejandro Garcia, Alan Colmenares, and Aaron Patron will try to keep the ball rolling for Team Marquez.
You want to stay positive and drive that, keep driving that ball, making that ball go into play. You want to make Besgrove throw as many pitches as you can in the early innings.
way upstairs from Bestgrove.
Bestgrove had 19 pitches in that first inning.
And that is chopped foul by Garcia. Bestgrove looks down at his signal device. And a little off-speed pitch, but misses down low. Joe, who's the blue team tonight again?
Brand new rookie Brian Sonak at home plate from State College, Pennsylvania. At first base is Mike Morrissey from Peterborough, Ontario. And at third base, I believe, is George Lemaiche from Hamilton, Ontario.
He's hidden behind the post and some fencing, so I can't quite see him from my
That was the
vantage point.
designated sheet. Unless they made a change, but I haven't had a chance to look, right?
I still can't see him behind that post. Brian Sonak, though, is he's done some big events over the years, but just hasn't worked here in the World Tournament, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, it's his first ISC tournament.
This one's fouled way back out of play.
Brian was a regular a long time ago when the ISC and Ken Hackmeister used to run that Florida tournament. Quite regular down there.
And maybe that's where I've seen the name, but I think he's done some other.
Oh, he's done some NCAAs. Yeah.
This one is looped out to Malheur-Zook. I thought maybe that was going to get over the head of Malheur-Zook, but boy, no, it just died.
Well, the wind is blowing from right field towards left field right now, so we'll see if that comes into play later on.
Yeah, definitely right to left across as opposed to more or less straight out the last couple of nights up until the windstorm came in last night. Colmenares. High hopper again out to Malheur-Zook. Makes it look easy. He's been so fluid over the years, Joe, at second base.
Just nice and clean and handles the ball extremely well. Got great range at second, too.
And never in a rush. I mean, that's a routine play for Ladislaw Malheur-Zook, but he never seems to rush throws and make errant throws. Always under control.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Patron, my Spanish-speaking friend, my amigo. Patron, the designated player for Marquez tonight.
I should really keep score on the correct side of the score sheet.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Pescaro with the pitch and release. Swung on by Patron. One ball, two strikes to Patron.
And again, in and out of the glove of Nick Mullins. And I don't think that wasn't the pitch he was looking for, but certainly he's not chasing after it as he would if there was somebody on base. Swing and a miss. Good inside drop ball from Jack Bestgrove. Sits down Team Marquez in order in the top of the second. We'll go to the home half. Marquez 1. Bear Creek Gremlins, no score. Lucio Redamar, Abiardo Penuelas, and Ladislaw Maller-Zook. About 16 syllables combined there, Joe. Testing my verbal acuity. Max Montero back out on the board for Team Marquez. We're in for a strike.
Nice pitch. He's got to leave that pitch out there on that outside corner of the plate.
Redamar, all kinds of wheels at the plate for the Gremlins. Chases a good drop downstairs.
Montero's going to have to be really good at just sequencing his pitches and moving the ball up and down.
Tried to go upstairs, but can't get the young Argentine to chase. And time at the plate by Redamar. And we've seen this a couple of times already, Joe. Guys have got to back off to just wipe the sweat off their brow.
Still 29, 28 degrees right now. Cooled down a bit.
Oh, a degree or two, yeah. We're only 9 inches from the midday sun,
Yeah.
not 7 now. Yeah. Third strikeout of the game for Max Montero. Abiardo Penuelas was a late addition to the Gremlins last year with the injury to Jerome Remeke, and probably some additional playing time again with Remeke's health a bit in question again. But Penuelas, he earned his spot in the lineup, Joe. He played really well down the stretch for the Gremlins and gets hit here on the arm. There's Barm Matiosian down at first base, making sure he gets into the camera shot.
Pretty well played the outfield, though, didn't he?
He played outfield
More
last
right
year.
field a lot.
It was right field all the time last year. But like I said, down at first base, here's the pitch, and you see it ride in and just graze, I guess. Might have got an arm hair. Wow. That's the least painful hit by pitch all week. Maller-Zook. Oh, there on the front arm. Yeah.
Different camera view. Just missed. Oh, caught it.
No, he got
Just
a
a late
strike on
call.
the outside corner. There was the verbal call before the arm came up.
Yeah.
I just heard the verbal call. Mallerzuk will bunt, will hit the ball out of the park, will hit it into the gaps.
And got great wheels.
And just, Joe, I know I say this a lot about Ladislav Mallerzuk. He's had a fabulous career here with the New York Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
He's been all-world. He's been the MVP at the U.S. Men's Major a few years back. This one is slashed out to left, and it gets past left fielder Colmenares. On the move is Penuelas. Mallerzuk is going to follow him home, and an inside-the-park home run as that one got past Colmenares. We'll get a look on it on the replay because we're blocked out, and you saw the dive, and just ill-advised, I think, Joe. You've got to keep that ball in front of you. Especially when you've got no backup and it's tailing away from you like that. You've got to go get that ball. Break for the Gremlins, and they come up with 2 runs and take the lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Inside the park, home run for Ladislav Mallerzuk. Brian Avery, and we talked about the Gremlins hiding Nick Mullins in the 9 spot. How about hiding Brian Avery in the 8 spot? Team Canada member, power hitter.
Just a great utility player.
Can catch corner infield, corner outfield. Somebody sent me a video earlier in the year of Brian pitching, believe it or not, in league play out in British Columbia.
Add that to your resume.
That's how versatile Brian Avery can be. Down and in from Montero. Gets him to chase the rise ball for strike 3. 4 strikeouts on the game for Max Montero. That'll bring up Nick Mullins, the 9 batter in the order for the Gremlins. Came over to the Gremlins as a shortstop. Did catching in baseball at the University of Pittsburgh in NCAA college, but picked up the game of Fastpitch late. Has had a whale of a career here with the Gremlins, with Team USA. And make no mistake, this is the team leader.
Yes.
Right here, Nick Mullins. He sets the tone for this squad.
Great leadership skills.
And a throwback too, Joe, with the high socks, the high pants.
When they do wear their lighter colored uniforms, he's always got the high cut socks.
Yeah. And perhaps should be wearing the lighter jerseys tonight. Top of the bracket, fellas, means you're supposed to be wearing the light colored jerseys. Takes that one off the outside corner. Runs the count full. Hard shot past a diving Guadalupe Aon, and Nick Mullins is aboard with a 2-out single. And emerging from the dugout to run is Brian Avery, the 2-out catcher replacement rule. That's mandatory. There's no working around it. Matthew Waugh comes back to the top of the shop. Ground out to Khalil Luna, leading off the first, so he'll get his immediate second look at Max Montero. Strike on the outside corner. And Matthew fouls this one off at the plate. Matthew said that this is his final summer with the Team Canada national team. The trip to China immediately next week following the conclusion of the World Tournament. There's a bunch of guys jumping on planes the next day, headed to Vancouver for Canada, headed to LA for the US, and then across the Pacific to Chengdu, China. That will be an 8-team tournament. And that's the reason why the World Tournament is this week here at the end of July and not our usual week in August because of the conflict with the World Games. With 8 teams in that tournament, Joe, 15 players per team, was probably going to see 80 players here from the World Tournament. I mean, there's 12 guys here from the Czech Republic alone, 37 from Argentina. We've got, I think it was in the 20s for the Kiwis, including just about every member of the Black Sox. Australia, they're sending a bit of a different team, but there's a lot of Aussies here that are still going to be going over to China. The Canadians, the Americans, you take all of those players out of this tournament, we lose a lot of teams. And it becomes a big difference in the quality of the event. And maybe it's not, from the U.S., or Canada. There's a couple of guys who played in the World Cup that aren't going to the World Games. But that just means that they're picking up other Canadians that are going to go.
Giving the experience.
Called strike 3, the outside corner. Max Montero picks up 3 strikeouts in the inning, but gives up 2 runs on a hit by pitch and an inside the park home run. Ladislav Malherzuk. Gremlins 2, Team Marquez 1 through 2 completes.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
It'll be a Ron Torres for Team Marquez as we'll go to the top of the third inning here. The 9 batter in the order for Marquez. In for a strike, and is Jack Besgrove settling in, Joe? I wouldn't say a rocky first, but he had a quick and efficient second inning. He's got just the 3 strikeouts so far. Bunted, it's a good one. And an even better defensive play by Nick Mullins.
Great bounce by Mullins to get out of that catcher's box and get down that line, pick that ball up, throw a bullet down to first base.
Number 31, Cesar Rodriguez.
Yeah, Joe, there are plays that you want to throw an asterisk beside in your scorebook. For me, that's one of them. That is some great defense by Mullins. Got to get out of the crouch. You've got to pick that ball up and orient yourself such that you can throw past the runner to Malherzuk. I think it was Malherzuk was covering because Avery was coming in.
Yes, they were. You're correct. Yep. 2-4. Scoring at home.
Changeup dies at the plate. Cesar Rodriguez back at the top here. Cesar walked and scored. Joe, one of those 2/3 of leadoff walks that do come around to score. Here's a little bleeder, and Mullins again fires a strike to Avery this time, and that's back-to-back defensive gems by Nick Mullins.
Great effort by Mullins. Right now, it's the Mullins inning right now.
It is the Mullins inning. Watch how quickly Mullins comes out. Off goes the mask. Makes sure that he's got it.
Plants his feet.
And then snaps a throw down to Brian Avery, who doesn't even need to stretch. Khalil Luna, an RBI double back in the first. Looks off that first pitch.
Nick's probably asking Kirill if he wants to bunt so he can get the next one.
I don't know, but
there's $5 in your pocket.
How rare would it be to have 3 catcher putouts
in the same
throwing
inning.
to first in the same inning?
Yeah.
Well, it won't be 3 unassisted as another 3 up, 3 down inning, but 2 defensive gems by Nick Mullins to help out his pitcher, Jack Besgrove. We'll go to the bottom of the third. The Gremlins with a little bit of momentum on their side and a 2-1 lead.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that, a fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
There's a wonderful look at Caswell Park, filmed earlier in the week by our ace, Luciano Lafrano. Softball Premier TV, Carol Tereste on the action camera.
Last shot by the drone, now gone.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, but drones do not have a lot of luck at the ISC World Tournament. 22, 23, 24, now 25, 0 for 4.
0 for 4.
Yeah.
Poor batting average.
Oh, my goodness.
He would be on the bench.
Beninoka at the plate, went down swinging. Tried to sell that he didn't go around, but we looked at the replay. And Benny, a 2-time MVP in this tournament. Chops foul.
Got the lights on already.
Yeah, they do. And honestly, they are really good lights.
Yes.
We drove past here last night while it was still raining and the lights were on, and boy, the fields were nice and bright. They were underwater, but they were nice and bright. Benny, an 8-time all-world selection. Like I said, the 2 MVPs. I'm sure there'll be a Hall of Fame celebration for Benny in hopefully the distant future, because I want to keep seeing this guy play.
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs. Looks like Devin McCullough is watching in his JDT shirt there, screen right.
Mm-hmm.
Devin picked up an impressive win earlier today, 2-0 over the Team 518 squad from Amsterdam, New York.
He had that changeup just dancing. Just fooled a lot of the 518 batters with that pitch.
Minoka lifts this one up to center field. And Ron Torres will come in a couple of steps and retire his counterpart.
Number 34, Cole Evans.
Liam Potts, who was very impressive, I thought, for New Zealand in the World Cup, was the opposition for Devin McCullough today with Team 518.
Liam, that good left-hander that always nice to have on your staff.
Never hurts to have a lefty, does it?
No. That's why you got me, Blair.
I know. I was thinking of how to work that in. You are the lefty on our squad here, the crafty lefty. Change up from Montero, just off the corner. JDT will get their brethren, Bear Creek Express, tomorrow in an intramural battle. This one is lifted up to center right. Torres says, no, I want this one too, as he ran all the way over there. Alan Colmenares says, I took 4 steps to get here. You ran 40. How is that fair?
Center fielder's in charge.
Center fielder's in charge. I mean, the left fielder's like, I could have had that.
Well, again, that wind is blowing from right to left. So.
And it's blowing right into the left field.
Yeah, yeah.
Big cut by Zenon Winters, fouls that one straight back. Five times all-world, Joe, for Zenon Winters. All of them since 2017. A real good drop ball there from Max Montero. It's hard to believe that Zenon never once was named All-World in that time with the farm. That's a little mind-boggling, to be honest, but 5 times since 2017. No sign of slowing down from this guy either.
No. Wants to stay active in the game. I think he still competes in the Japanese League too, doesn't he? Has he been going over there?
Well, Jack Bestgrove and Josh McGovern play in the Japan League with Dewa Act. Ironically, and I read this when I was doing some research on Japan for the Outside the Shoot show, and Jack's team is like 2-7 or something like that. But Jack's ERA is this one. It's hammered, but one hop into the glove of Carlos Marquez. Nice defensive play there by the team namesake. And Zenon Winters going to, we'll pick up the Bestgrove story on the other side. But a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Gremlins. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Gremlins out in front, 2-1. Yeah, something like that.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Fabian Vizcaíno, 3-batter in the lineup for Team Marquez. Went down on strikes against Jack Bestgrove in the first inning. Those first 2 batters, Joe, got to Jack, but it's been 3-up, 3-down, 3-up, 3-down, 3-up, 3-down ever since.
Pretty crickets after that.
Good drop ball in the outside corner. Good movement from Jack Bestgrove. That shot right there, and when you track the ball in, look at the movement on Bestgrove's pitches. Little slow roller out to second. Mallar-Zook underhand toss. Vizcaíno retired.
Number 18, Carlos Marquez.
Carlos Marquez just made that fine defensive play. Big cut, but comes up empty on the changeup. Boy, the Grand Prairie guys are coming in here with purpose when they're stride, aren't they?
Yes.
I'm sure they were not happy with this morning's results against the Toronto Batmen. Marquez caught looking in the first.
Either going out for some BP or did they lose the flip? Probably going for some BP.
Now they're playing the Seattle Dirt Dogs. Scheduled 8 o'clock start time.
Yeah, they're trying to move that up early because of the incoming storm.
Yes.
They got it scheduled for 10 minutes or 15 minutes after preceding game.
Well, I'm sure that the planned upcoming game here is this one. Oh, flag down by Cole Evans, turns, spins, throws out Carlos Marquez. He does that so often. He goes to his left, I think, maybe better than anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe steps to his left, flags it down, and then on a line to first. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Cole Evans miss a throw over to first. The changeup dances in to Guadalupe Aon. He hit the bottom of one, Joe. That was a major league infield pop-up off the bat of Guadalupe Aon in the first. Misses off the corner. And gets him to chase. Just brought that pitch in just a little bit, Joe, and Aon. Too tempting.
Yeah, just a big tease out there and trying to lure him in, and he did.
So you go back out, or do you come up and in?
I'd go down, personally.
They came inside, and they get Aon looking. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Jack Besgrove. They got to him early, Joe, but maybe not enough.
Nah.
Dreamcatcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Lucio Redemar to lead things off for the New York Gremlins. Sorry, the Bear Creek Gremlins. I caught myself this time. I know a couple of you just had to take a shot out there.
That's it.
How many times is he going to see New York Gremlins tonight? Redemar down on strikes in the second. Fouls this one off. A good healthy cut. And that's why you don't stand right next to the mesh, because it's mesh here. It's not a wire fence, but it's got some give to it.
Yeah.
And if you're standing right next to the fence, that's going to sting.
Yeah.
Upstairs to Redemar. Well, that one skipped in. Joe, this facility was built in 1986, Caswell Sports Park here. And it must have just been state-of-the-art at the time with this. Right back up the middle. Montero thought he could get a glove on it, but it was by him before he could. Good hard-hit single off the bat of Lucio Redemar. And watch him, Joe. He is a stolen base threat.
Yeah, you talk about the layout of the park, though. It just, he obviously just prototyped it and built it just on perfect. Everything just exactly where everything needs to be. And
well, what I like about this, and you're right, it's that pinwheel style, and it's kind of prototyped, but there's space enough in between the diamonds that they're not one on top of the other, and foul balls don't end up on the other fields, endless delays with foul balls. There's probably close to 100 feet.
Yeah, I think so.
Between the diamonds, between the fences.
Yes.
And it's very rare that I've seen a ball leak onto another diamond. And the home plate is back close enough to the backstop as this one is lifted out to left, deep left, going back and making a nice over-the-shoulder grab is center fielder Ron Torres. He went a long way again as that ball got pushed basically out to left field. Again, watch how far Torres goes. Now, he shaded that way a bit, but out near the fence, there's no track here because there's a temporary fence, but that would have been on the track had we had one.
Colmenares is glad he was there this time.
I'm almost tempted to put F7.5. This one is flared out into that gap. A long run for Torres, and even he can't track it. Flying around the bases and running into the stop sign is Redemar, and a stand-up double for Ladisho Malherzuk. And the second time through, and it was this part of the order, Joe, that got to Montero the last time around. So Eric Ochoa, who has been battling the injury bug, is going to go in for Brian Abry. And while we're having a defensive conference that you're looking at, we're getting an offensive conference down over by third base.
Take advantage of the situation.
Half the team has come out. Kubo Osichka he's just collecting equipment. I wondered why Kubo Osichka was going out there to participate in the offensive conference. I thought maybe he was going to take a bat and ask if he could get an AB. Paul McCart, yesterday's recipient of the Denny Bruckert Award, has made his presence felt up here in the broadcast booth. Congratulations, Paul, on the award from all of us here. I know it was hard to hear where you were in the outfield, and it was a bit of a surprise when you made your way down, but that's well deserved for your contributions. Big cut by Eric Ochoa. You would expect nothing less, quite honestly, from Eric. This year, it's aqua blue batting gloves for Eric Ochoa. Always brings a special color.
Montero got a changeup.
He does.
I'd be throwing her here.
Don't know that it's his best pitch. But yes, maybe take something off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, goes well upstairs. And a good job by Vizcaíno to flag that one down with 2 runners in scoring position. Line shot right at second baseman Khalil Luna. Defense was in, too, and if that's not right at him, Joe, he doesn't get
he's
to
not
it.
having it.
No. And honestly, if he's not where he is, that's a hard one hopper, not a line drive.
Yeah, he said that ball just dropped on him, too.
Yeah, that was a sinking line drive off the bat of Ochoa. He can't hit it much harder. Just some bad luck for Eric. Nick Mullins. There was some off speed from Max Montero. Dialed it down to 58. And in for a strike. Drew some cheers from one dugout, some jeers from the other. That's when you know you're doing things right, though.
Lots of umpires here tonight.
Can't make anybody happy. Big at bat here, though, for both sides. Called a strike. You get a base hit here, you double the runs, double the lead. Montero trying to work out of this little jam here in the 4th.
Shut the door here. They're still in this ballgame.
Big cut by Mullins. Chase the rise ball up out of the zone.
Montero with 73 pitches so far in the game. 4th inning.
There's our umpire crew. Joe, you spoke to it earlier. Definitely George LeMaitre. Still hiding behind that post, though. Upstairs, it was ball 4.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2-2, to be honest, but they ask on the swing and no. So bases loaded for Matthew Waugh. Mullins will get a replacement runner. So Avery is who appears from the dugout, so they will have
re-entered him.
Re-entered Avery, and that's what our home plate umpire is signaling right now.
Number 16, Matthew Waugh.
So Matthew Waugh had an opportunity to break this game open. Grounded out in the 1st on a high hopper. Caught looking in the 2nd to end the inning. In for a strike. Run the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Joe, we said the previous at bat was critical for both squads. This one even more so.
Yeah, this multiplied the factor. Just missed.
Yeah, just missed low, I'm going to say. One hopper to Luna, picks it up, throws to first, and they get out of the inning.
Yep.
Khalil Luna, 2 good defensive plays to help his pitcher strand the bases loaded.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Alejandro Garcia, Alan Colmenares, and Aaron Patron. 6, 7, 8 in the order for Marquez. Oh, coach down there, Joe. Couldn't handle the ricochet off the screen.
Team Marquez are still in this ball game. They only down 1 run.
Well, they got to go pick up their pitcher here,
Yeah.
right? Like, he just stranded the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th inning.
You just got to put a blemish on that score sheet.
Bestgrove gets the signal off the pitch device. And there's a little flare, and Avery makes the controlled dive slide for it, but can't come up with it. Got the uni dirty, though.
Yeah.
Going to have to go to laundry now.
Huh?
Maybe that's where the whites are. In laundry after yesterday.
Yeah, that could be.
Face full of dust. Avery will take this one cleanly. Retire Alejandro Garcia here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 ball game. Marquez hanging right around here against the number 2 ranked New York Gremlins. I did it again. Bear Creek Gremlins. 10 years of history, hard to erase. Bear Creek Gremlins. Colmenares, who has had a couple of plays out on left and had a couple of balls stolen from him by Iran Torres, his center fielder. Punches that one foul down the right side out of play. That will
Whoa.
knock somebody's hat off over there from the Sandlot squad. But they'll get it right back into play. Sandlot due up next here on the host Ostrander Norseman. You can just feel this weather starting to change, Joe.
Yeah, at about 5 o'clock, it was a straight south wind, and now it's turned to a southeast wind, and you could just feel the wind has changed direction, and something is in the air.
I'll take your word for it on the direction. When it comes to that kind of thing, directionally challenged. Colmenares chases after that drop ball in the outside corner. You've always got your north and souths down and east and west, but I just know I have to go out of the parking lot and make a left. Gets him to chase again, outside and up this time. Aaron Patron, designated player, was down on strikes to end the second inning. Try not to have the same fate here in the fifth. Big cut, but comes up empty. And again, the rise ball up top and can't catch up to that. Patron now in a hole 0-2. Swinging again, Joe, but Patron fouls that one back to the screen. Bestgrove gets the sign off the pitch device. That sounded like it hit the bat twice.
Yes. Yeah, it did it.
Just off the outside corner, a good take by Aaron Patron not to chase that pitch. Saw Mullins just reach for that through the other batter's box. Lifted up in the air. Evans calling for it, backpedaling out onto the grass, half a dozen steps. Hauls it down. They have not been able to get to him, Joe, since those first two batters.
Yep.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Just looking at Jack Besgrove's line since that RBI double by Khalil Luna, the number 2 batter in the game, Jack Besgrove has sat down the last 15 in a row. Talk about nailing the door shut. Beninoka, first pitch swinging. Short flare, center field, and Ron Torres, who's put on a lot of miles out there today in center field, comes on and makes another nice grab to retire Beninoka.
Certainly got his steps in today.
And then some.
Montero with 81 pitches so far in the game, and Jack Besgrove with 59.
Strike on the outside corner to Cole Evans. Flied out to left center field. It was back in the midst of the third. I was about to say that Torres was way shaded over to left, but he's just retreated back to center now. Big cut by Evans there, chases the rise ball up and out.
I wonder if Torres is trying to pick up the pitch location from the catcher from out there and then kind of judging it accordingly.
Well, there's a drive and well positioned and a sliding grab by Iran Torres as he is all over the place defensively today. In the right spot, Joe. I mean, he was 2 steps over to the left, and if he's 2 steps the other way, maybe he doesn't get to that.
5 flyouts to 8 so far in the 5 innings of work.
Well, 4 of them have come off the bats of Anoka and Evans, too. He's got those guys picked. Winters hit the ball hard, but it was a nice play by Carlos Marquez, who's playing 12 feet behind first base right now. Well hit to right field. Zenon Winters will go with a big flies, crashing through the fence as Cesar Rodriguez trying to track that down. Zenon Winters, you just felt it was coming, Joe.
Yeah.
He hit it hard the last time and gets into this one here.
It was a no-doubter as that ball traveled the full 250 feet out of this ballpark. Maybe 260.
Well, Rodriguez gave a valiant chase through the breakaway fence, but just ran out of real estate. Joe, it's going to be Eric Chaparro and Roman Godoy, to the surprise of nobody, for Ostrander and Sandlot. We'll get that protective plastic covering on the top of the fence. Make sure it's all connected. Mike Morrissey probably didn't want to be a fence technician growing up, but grounds crew has raced out there to help too. And
let's throw that one out, get a new one.
Throwing away the fence, and you're watching it live as we are. Here's the attempt. Stumbles through it, and that one is well out of reach by the time it comes down. We'll take a break while they do some fence repairs, and we'll be back with you in a jiffy. Lucio Redemar for the Gremlins. Max Montero still in the game. Fouled off. Warming up down the side is Zippy Pearson. Haven't seen Zippy in a couple of years, Joe. He had the arm injury, and that took him out of action. Moved on from Grand Prairie.
Zippy was in Oklahoma City with somebody, wasn't he?
This team.
Yes,
pretty sure
that's
that
right.
Marquez
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, that's right too. Yep.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's been a while since we've seen Zippy.
Yeah.
Redemar singled, got as far as third. That was in the fourth, the bottom of the fourth. We're now the bottom of the fifth, and a big home run from Zenon Winters extends the lead to 3-1 for Bear Creek. Well, multi-hopper out to Luna. He'll toss to Carlos Marquez and get the Gremlins retired here in the fifth. But Winters with the big fly. 3-1 for the Gremlins.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Mattiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Gabriel Medina will pinch hit for Iran Torres. Joe, maybe he's too tired from running around making all those catches in center field. Gabriel Medina pinch hitting in the 9 spot. Top of the 6th inning. Good ball game here between Team Marquez and the Bear Creek Gremlins. Bestgrove opens up Medina with a strike. Dan comes back with another and quickly works ahead 0-2.
You see what he'll come back with here now. If he'll go back and challenge him or work outside.
Went right after him and fouled that one straight back to the screen. Well, there he can't get him to chase upstairs either. So 1-2. Another foul ball into the screen. Jack is bouncing that pivot foot on that particular pitch at least a fair bit. And believe me, I am the last guy to be advocating for more illegal pitch calls. Just leave that well enough alone. Little flare. Malorzook will track that down at the edge of the grass. Cesar Rodriguez, top of the shop, will get his 3rd look at Jack Bestgrove tonight. Cesar walked, scored. Just 2 base runners for Team Marquez. It was the first 2 guys that got to see Jack Bestgrove. It's been 3 up, 3 down ever since. He retired the next 3 guys after they got the run. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 3 up, 3 down.
Well, that's to keep those bases clean.
16 in a row retired by Bestgrove. In for a strike.
Jack's up to 72 pitches so far, which is a good number still. 6th inning. Throwing approximately 10 to 12 pitches per inning.
Oh, Yusuke Morita there, right on the edge of your screen, right at the bottom on screen left. Taking notes, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
And downstairs, the first base runner since the first inning. Ball 4 to Cesar Rodriguez.
The broadcaster curse strikes again.
Yeah, it is. Luna, the only hit of the game for Marquez. The other two base runners by way of walks. But this was the combo that got them the run. Luna and Rodriguez. Then upstairs from Bestgrove. Bestgrove delivers and in for a strike. Luna not thrilled with that call. Well, when you've got to reach back over the plate, you can't really argue that call. Third base coach down to have a quick discussion.
Sure, he's being very careful on his wording.
Mullins, ever the strategist, took the opportunity to go out and have a visit with Bestgrove, and then had a couple of words for Khalil Luna on his way back to his spot behind the dish. Just for good measure.
Yeah.
Upstairs. You know, Mullins is a little fired up when he bounces up like that to receive a pitch, too. The intensity, Joe, just ratcheted up a little bit there.
And Bestgrove is going to be bringing a little pepper here. Going to be a lot of oomph behind this pitch. You watch.
Fouled it off.
78.
Yeah, that's getting up there for Jack. He'll top out 80-81.
Got a little battle going here with Luna now.
It's a good at bat by Khalil Luna. Chopper on the infield. Evans tossed to Malherzuk to first and out at first. 6, 4, 3 equals 2. Watch how smooth these guys are.
Great transfer there.
Abelardo Penuelos, Ladislaw Malherzuk, and Brian Avery, scheduled batters for the Gremlins here. Bottom of the 6th. A little bit of breathing space, Joe, with that 3-1 lead now.
Yeah, I picked up that extra run with that home run from Zenner Winners back in the bottom of the 5th.
Upstairs from Max Montero. Pierce was throwing in the bullpen last inning, but has retreated back to the dugout. And as I say that, he literally gets back up and exits the dugout and goes back to the warm-up area. As the words were coming out of my mouth.
Heard you.
Must have. Penuelos.
Nice change-up.
Chases after the change. Up in the air to right. Flagged down by Cesar Rodriguez.
Number 24, Ladislaw Malherzuk.
Montero's done a pretty good job containing the bats, though, with the Gremlins, just with the 5 hits.
It's been a good ball game.
Yeah.
You know, this is a real competitive ball game. Malherzuk fouls this one into the fence and then nearly walks into it as Vizcaíno did everything but push him out of the way. That one misses down and away.
Nice pitch on the inside corner of the plate.
Yeah, up and in from Montero gets the call. Seems like there's a good buzz here at the park tonight, Joe. There's been games going on all 4 diamonds pretty much simultaneously all day long.
And it's going to ramp up almost every day.
Now Zook on the move, and good play there by Aon to get the speedy Malherzuk. Montero threw the bare hand out at it as it went by and thought better of it. Ball wasn't scorched, but nonetheless. You see Malherzuk throws the bat out at it. And good, strong throw from Aon. Boy, he's got a nice arm.
Yes.
Avery down on strikes in the 2nd. Ochoa got a swing in the 4th in this spot. Out to Aon again. Double tap and over to first for the final out of the inning. A 1-2-3. Up they go, down they go inning for the Gremlins. We'll go to the top of the 7th. 3 outs. Can Team Marquez pick up a run or two here in the 7th? And they get one against Jack Besgrove. He's been pretty good tonight.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
So, folks, just a bit of semi-breaking news. Scheduled for this diamond was to be Ostrander and Sandlot. We've been advised that game is being moved to another diamond due to the pending weather. It was scheduled to be here. It's being moved. That's going to allow us the time to break down the equipment and get it packed. The weather moving in, and trust me, folks, last night's storm was something. We're being advised by the Weather Service and everybody else here that tonight's storm's going to be even more violent. We'll be packing up all of the softball premier equipment, making sure it's stored safely. We do not want another incident like last night, which saw most of Luciano's equipment spilled onto the concrete floor here, and it was heartbreaking to see. Fortunately, there was very little damage. Luciano had to replace a graphic card and one of his computers. That was it. And I think we got lucky.
Yes, extremely lucky.
So we will be packing up early after this one. You'll be able to follow that Sandlot game, although I now see them coming back this way. But you'll be able to follow that on Game Changer regardless of which diamond it's being played on. And we will be packing up. So we got a ball and 2 strikes here. And sorry, I get back to the game.
Yeah.
Fabian Vizcaíno is at the dish. And we apologize to the Sandlot fans. We apologize to the Ostrander fans and everybody following the World Tournament around the world. And as much as we want to bring you as many games as we can, in order to do that, we've got to protect the equipment.
Yes.
Yeah. Vizcaíno continuing the battle.
Nice pitch on the outside corner.
That was actually a pinch hitter. We apologize. That was, oh my goodness, the handwriting. That was Eric. Oh, that was Eric Urbaneo. Oh my gosh, really? I didn't know he was with them. Wow, when did they add him to their roster? Eric Urbaneo, the legendary Eric Urbaneo. Venezuelan pitcher, hitter of renown. Strike on the inside corner. Making sure we haven't missed another pinch hitter. Carlos Marquez is indeed the batter at the plate. Just off the outside corner.
Vescro getting up on the pitches too, 89 now. Montero was at 105 when he completed his last inning.
Big cut comes up empty. Vescro picks up another strikeout.
Number 43, Guadalupe Ensenada.
7 for Vescro.
Yes.
Guadalupe Aon, last hope here for Team Marquez. Don't want to fall into the loser's bracket this early, but when you run into Jack Besgrove and the Bear Creek Gremlins, sometimes that's the case. Well hit, deep left center field, and right at the fence and going over and making the grab is left fielder Matthew Waugh.
Great grab.
What a game ender. Matthew Waugh runs it down. Watch this. Eye on the ball all the way, and that would have crashed off the top of that yellow piping, and Matthew Waugh shows the ball in the glove on the other side of the fence.
Real good ball game tonight.
Bear Creek Gremlins in a real entertaining ball game with Team Marquez, and what a way to end it.
Yes, great night.
Jack,
one hitter by Jack Besgrove.
for joining us today. We appreciate your patience as we got back on the air, and we appreciate your forbearance as we are now going to pack up. Keep an eye on Game Changer for the Sandlot game with Ostrander. Again, we apologize that we're not going to be able to cover that one, and we will see you tomorrow. Our schedule is a little bit to be determined. It's going to be weather dependent if these games get done tonight, but tentatively we're looking at 11 a.m. in the morning with Team 518 in Houston, and then we'll be back at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. here on Softball Premier TV and the ISC Network. For Luciano Lafrano, Carol Dureste, Joe Todd, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. Called strike three, the outside corner. They weren't going to high in the air, Viavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway.